man started by soaking brand new dollar bills in tea. When he pulled them out, they looked wrinkled, like they had been passed around for years. He decided to soak all the cash in tea, but it wasn't real money. It was fake money he had printed himself. The old bills were easier to trust than the new ones. So after the bills were soaked in tea, he hung them on a rope. Then he took a hairdryer and dried them. To verify if the money was spendable, they went straight to a corner store to buy something. When the owner took the bill and gave it a quick pull, suddenly the owner's eyes turned fierce. He grabbed the guy's hand. His friend immediately realized something was wrong and jumped in, pulling his brother out with all his strength. But the owner wasn't going to let them go that easily. He didn't even care about his store and started shouting for help, trying to drag the two men to the police station. They had no choice but to run. They ran about 6 miles before they finally got rid of the guy. They couldn't believe it. After all the effort to make a fake bill, it didn't work. But they didn't give up. When they got home, the store owner was staring at a fake bill, totally at a loss. So he did a little experiment. He took out a fake bill and mixed it with 2 real bills. Then he asked his brother to guess which one was the fake one, blindfolded. The brother immediately recognized the fake bill. It turned out that the problem was all about paper. Real bills are made of a special kind of cotton paper. They used ordinary wood pulp paper. It felt completely different. Even the sound of the paper was completely wrong. Now they had a new plan. Find paper that felt like the real thing, the cotton kind. They started looking everywhere, looking at paper suppliers, craft stores, and everything they could think of. But they had no luck. They couldn't find anything that felt like the real thing. Just when they were about to give up and felt completely desperate, the guy found a magazine, and the paper inside felt almost the same. The only problem was, it was too thin. But the man discovered that if they carefully taped 2 sheets of magazine paper together, they would feel the same. But to make a good counterfeit, it wasn't just about the paper. To make a high-quality counterfeit, they needed to recreate every detail of the bill's design. Real currency uses a technique called microprinting. We're talking about letters and patterns so tiny that you can't even see them without a magnifying glass. They had to hand-draw the entire design first, like a master template. The man was a talented artist. This kind of work was just perfect for him. So he started working, looking through a magnifying glass at a real bill, meticulously drawing every tiny line and every swirl. It took him a full week to finally finish drawing both sides of the bill. Next, they needed to reduce the patterns to the exact size and then carve them out in some way to make a printing plate. To make the texture even more realistic, they would repeatedly heat and dry the paper. And just like that, they had their printing template ready. They also carefully removed security strips from genuine low-value bills and embedded them into newly printed high-value counterfeits. Because security strips on different denominations often look similar, the strips on the cheap bills made their carefully crafted counterfeits look more authentic. Once they were done, they lightly moistened the paper and carefully pressed the 2 layers together to create a paper sandwich effect, hiding the security strip inside. But they ran into another problem.